Today, I'm going to reveal the exact framework that has transformed unknown startups into global brands. Now, this is a powerful method that has been used by companies such as Nike, Gymshark, and Apple to create billion-dollar narratives. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to reveal to you the 7 vital pillars of story brand building, as well as how to build your own story brand. That way, you can make millions of dollars telling your story as a business and not just making transactions. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, before we do, if you don't know who I am already, my name is Javier Tabet. I've been running a digital marketing agency now for the last year, and we've helped dozens of brands create millions of dollars in revenue by using paid acquisition and AI automation systems. Do you know who I am? Give the channel a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, let's get straight into the video. The 7 pillars of branding acts like a storyline between your business, the character, aka the customer, and the exchange of value, aka business. So first, what I'm going to do is tell you this storyline, and then I'm going to explain it. The first thing that happens is there is a character. There is someone that needs help or someone that has a problem. The second thing is that person has a unique problem that stops them from getting to where they want to go. Then that character meets a guide, somebody who can help them and position them in the right way. Then that guide gives them a plan. After they have a plan, there is a deep and spiritual almost call to action for the character. Then that call to action ends up in success, and it helps them avoid failure in the future. Now, this framework has been used in many stories and movies throughout Hollywood and YouTube. So one of the most important things to take away here is the actual storyline. Now, I really briefly touched on it. Let's get into explaining what each one means. So the character. The character is the hero of the story, if you didn't know already. And the character initially has a desire to solve their problem, aka the pain points that you would already be familiar with. So the next thing is that they have a problem. Now, you have to identify the external, internal, and philosophical problems that your customers have, or your heroes or characters, because this will allow you to really delve deep in problem solving for your customers, and it will enable you to sell your product better. But then the character meets a guide. So you as the guide have to act as a brand authority and helpful and empathetic guide to your character solving their problem. Then as the guide, you have to give them the plan. So you have to give them a clear step-by-step solution in order to solve their problem, aka a step-by-step in how to use your product or buy your product to solve their problem. Then as the guide, you give them a call to action. Now this can be in multiple ways. However, the main part is that there is a powerful call to action that the character, aka your customer, knows he needs or she needs to do. Then it ends in a success. So that comes down to showing the positives and the wins of the customer or the character going through your product and service and actually using it to help them avoid failure. So this comes down to highlighting the risks and the pain points that you help them avoid with your product. So now that we know the 7 pillars, how can we actually build a brand story for ourselves and our businesses? I'm going to head over to my computer and I'm going to show you the valuable resource that you can get in the link in the description down below that you can use to craft a brand story that's powerful and unique to you, your customers, and your products or services. So what we're going to do is once we've clicked on the link in the description, we're going to sign up and set up an account. Now, I've already logged in here, but essentially what this is from the book. This is from the book Story Brand, and I can't remember the author, but essentially what he has done, he's used this valuable resource in his book for those who've read it and given those people an actual blueprint on how to create a story brand. So like I mentioned in the video earlier, there's a character, they have a problem, they meet a guide who gives them a plan, calls them to action, then it ends up in a success, and it also helps them avoid failure. So it also gives you a tutorial, so at any point, if you don't understand how to fill in a certain guide, and I've already filled out 2 of them here, you just click on this little video button here and it shows you a video of what this guy is actually talking about. There you go, he's talking about the actual point, which is somebody who gives them a plan. So we'll start with the character. So what do they want? So for us, our character would be somebody who wants a hassle-free marketing solution that gets them results. That's it. That's all people care about. Then we have the problem. So with the problem, there are a few points, right? You have the villain, you have external problems, internal problems, and philosophical problems. So you have certain problems. It's not just the person has a problem, it's different levels to it. So you've got the external, like what's stopping them from if I get rid of my answer here, it gives you a little prompt. So what is a problem your your customers deal with as it relates to your products? The problem is they can't find out how to predictably produce appointments. It's supposed to say produce. Fucking my spelling can be really shit sometimes. Then when it comes to the internal problems, it also gives you another prompt. So how is the villain making your customers feel? So they feel lost, they feel stranded and left behind with a strong sense of desire to obtain wealth and status. Now, at the top here, I wrote that my villain were marketing gurus and big corporate organizations with $1 million budgets that just piss all over small advertisers. So then we have the philosophical problem. So it's not just the philosophical problem isn't just it's like why it is a problem. It's why it's just wrong, why it's unethical and philosophically wrong to be burdened with this problem. So that makes a problem more deeper, more spiritual. It goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It takes the problem from a survival need to an emotional or a self-esteem need, which is more powerful. So once you've got your answer here, you can save, and then what you can do is you can fill out the rest of the actual prompt. So empathy, what brief statement can you make to express empathy and understanding? You can go ahead and fill out all of these boxes and create your brand story. Now, this is just an example here, so you can create multiple brand stories. So if you give your brand script a name, I can go ahead and create another brand script. I can do that again if I want to create another one. So now we have 2. 1, 2. Anyway, point being is that once this is done, what you can do is share this, use a link or send it through email to another person, your marketing department, your marketing gal or marketing guy. That way they can see what you want as the CEO. Now, I haven't filled this in yet, but that way they can see what you want to do with your marketing, how you want to take it, and what the customer journey looks like, not just from your end, but from their end, as the customer is the hero here. If you found that video helpful and you want access to the brand storyboard, it's in the link in the description down below. It's completely free, just like liking the video and subscribing to the channel is. We're on a journey to hit 1,000 followers and I'm posting every day until we do. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.